Hi, my name is Isaac D. Coleman, and I am the practice representative for Perfect Chiropractic. I am going to teach you how to live a long, strong, healthy life through consistent chiropractic care. I shall show you how to live well for life. First things first, why am I talking to you about the undisputed health benefits of chiropractic care? Because I am the first American to ever break the thumb push-up world record. That's right. I should say that again. I am the first and only American to break the most thumb push-ups in 1 minute world record for Guinness World Records. To the right of our screen is Usain Bolt, arguably the fastest man in the world and multiple-time Olympic gold medalist for Jamaica. Here is a notable quote by Usain Bolt. He stated, "I don't always win gold medals, but when I do, I get adjusted first." Stay healthy, my friends. So, what is the adjustment that he speaks of? And how did I become the first American to break the brutal thumb push up world record? The secret is I live a life utilizing consistent, careful chiropractic care. You see, much like the fastest man in the world, Usain Bolt, I also got adjusted just before winning my Guinness World Record for the most thumb push ups in 1 minute on that fateful day. If it were not for chiropractic care, I would not be able to perform at such an intense and elite level. Over the next few moments, you will know the secret to living a long, strong, healthy life. You will know exactly how I am able to perform such extreme feats of fitness, such as thumb push ups, and so much more. And you shall understand the healing power that your own God given body has like never before. So sit tight because everything will be all right. So, welcome back. Once again, my name is Isaac D. Coleman, and I am the practice representative for Perfect Chiropractic. I want to welcome you all to a class that I believe shall make a huge difference in your life and in the lives of your family, friends, and loved ones. I want to talk to you about living well for life. The facts of life are that the majority of us, or our kids, will live to be about 100 years of age. Wow, that is awesome. Unless, of course, all we can do is lay in bed and breathe. If I am going to be alive, I want to be able to live well the whole time I am alive. How about you? Now, I already know some of you are thinking, wait a minute, I do want to be able to live well for my entire life, but 100 years? That sounds pretty out there for me. I am a long ways from 100. Well, I get that. But you need to start thinking about what it means for you and your family to live a long time, because you probably are. So let's take a look at the facts. In the year 1900, the average lifespan was 49 years old. Now, there is no question that this was because many people died when they were very young. We did not have the kind of cures and we did not provide the kind of health care that we provide today. But that is the point. Everybody's chances of living a long, healthy life was much less back then, my friend. As a matter of fact, the average lifespan today is 82 years and growing. In a recent study by the United Nations Department of Social and Economic Affairs, studies found that by the year 2050, there will be more than 3.6 million people over the age of 100, and many of them will be living to 150 years of age. So, what does that mean? Well, it means your kids need to know more about how to live well for 100 years than they need to know how they are going to spend their inheritance. Because you are probably going to live so long that they may be retired themselves before they ever even get your inheritance. So, yes, this is a topic you and your family need to know about. Since the odds are so high that you and your family are going to live for 100 years nowadays, you need that long life to be a quality long life. We do not want to spend literally 40 years of our lives unable to move around. We want to be able to live and work and travel and play upon this planet. We want to have a quality life. We want to live well the whole time we are alive. So, since we are going to live many years past 50, what happens to us after 50 years of age? Long life reveals that we will have some major areas of health concerns after 50 if we do not do something before we are 50 to prevent those problems. Now, these are health concerns that we have not worried about before because we have not been living long enough to experience these health problems and make it a priority. For example, now we are continually being confronted with the devastation of mental diseases like Alzheimer's. Now, almost all of our families have had to face this. But this disease did not just start in the last 10 years. No, we just see a lot more now because we are living longer. Dementia does not usually come upon a person under 50 years of age. Now that we realize that the chances are much greater that we will live long past 50, we need to take some precautions to make sure we can still use our minds when we get to this age. Another example is in taking care of our skin. Old age has brought about a huge growth in cosmetic surgery. More and more people are trying to correct the wrinkle problems that come with growing older. But the biggest problem we have seen come about with the increased lifespan is the increase in musculoskeletal problems. In other words, your mobility function. We can't move like we used to. Our world is now filled with canes, walkers, electric wheelchairs, stair lifts, walk in bathtubs, and handicapped parking spaces. We are the first generation to witness the ramifications to mobility that long life creates. It reveals that we have done nothing to preserve our musculoskeletal system. So let's take a look at the results of our neglect. Here's an amazing fact. The most common cause of functional disabilities in persons over 50 years of age is spinal disorders. This is because most of the population has done absolutely nothing to prevent spinal disorders. Most people who have pursued chiropractic care have waited until they were in crippling pain first. You would think everybody is planning on dying before they turn 50 because nobody is making the effort to prevent the number one health problem for people over 50, spinal disorders. We do nothing for our kids and nothing for ourselves until we cannot move. Then we go see a chiropractor. Maybe we should take a quick poll right now. Do you planning on living past the age of 50? Do you think that your family members will live past 50? Frankly, the statistics are on your side and show that you probably will. This means we need to live like we are going to live past the age of 50 and take care of what we know is going to happen to our mobility unless we do something about it. Let's look at an example. If your precious home was going to be broken into and someone was going to steal all of your possessions, but you knew who was going to commit this crime and you knew when they were going to do it, and I even told you about it, would you do something to stop it? Or would you just let it happen anyway? Of course, you would do something about it. You would do whatever it takes to stop it. Well, that is what we are doing in this class. Now, I am able to tell you what is going to rob you of your functional capacities, steal your ability to move, and when it is going to happen. And believe me, it is going to make you feel old and look old. Should you do something about it? Should you do it for your kids, your spouse? Or are you just going to just let it happen to your whole family anyways? Of course not. Let's prevent it. Just like we would prevent somebody from breaking into our home if we could, I think we all agree that we should work harder to prevent our ability to function and move from being stolen from us. Think about this. If we lose our mobility at age 65 and live to age 105, that is 40 years of immobility and pain. Do not let this happen to you. And don't forget, this isn't limited to just back pain. One in every three people suffers today with neck pain past the age of 50. Let me ask you this. Would you like to use your neck past the age of 50 without experiencing pain? How many of us are glad that vehicles nowadays have rear cameras and warning flashing lights so that we don't have to turn our necks to see if there are any other autos around us? We are unanimously united on that accord. If one out of three have bad neck pain and 85 out of 100 have back pain. That is about as high of statistics as I would think anyone would want to see to be convinced that we need to do something preventative about this mobility problem. But just in case you need a little more evidence, let's take a look and see what will happen if we don't do anything preventative about this. What happens if we just allow nature to take its natural course? Take a look at this mobility scale. Now, the numbers on the bottom of this scale represent your age. The numbers on the side of the scale represent the percentage of maximum mobility that you have. In other words, if we take a look at the graph where you see the yellow line, you can see that you reach about 100% mobility or your maximum mobility at about age 25. Now, look at how that yellow line drops if we just let nature take its course. You can see here that you will lose about 50% of the mobility that you had when you were 25 at about age 55. I am sure that any of us around the age of 50 may testify that having about 50% of the mobility that we once had when we were 25 is probably conservative. Now look at how the graph continues to drop like a rock. By the time we are 70 years of age, we only have about 25% of the mobility that we had when we were 25 years of age. Now, the big question to this revealing graph is, can this scale be changed? Or do we have to accept this as just the way it is? Or can we alter the results? The good news is, with preventative chiropractic care, we can make a huge improvement to the line on this scale. Take a look at the yellow line on this graph, or what happens if we just allow nature to take its natural course. And then let's look at the green line of how we can change that with some preventative care. On this green line, you can see where your mobility can actually be held at about 75% through the age of 80 years old based upon normal wear and tear. All right? Now, that is what you want and need. That is what you want for your family as well. If we're going to be here, we might as well be able to move and function. So why not get preventative, powerful chiropractic care for your whole fantastic family in order to make this happen? One thing you may be thinking is, how does chiropractic work to help me with my mobility and health and wellness? It turns out that the greatest healer we have is our own God-given body. We don't realize what a magnificent healer the body really is. How does it work? The body heals itself through the central nervous system. The brain tells the organs and body parts what to do through the nerves. It's your body's phone line, if you will. This is how we get good movement, quick body responses, and also good health and healing. Health problems occur when the communication is cut off or interfered with, just like we experience on a cell phone today with interference or a drop call. The main thing which prevents health and healing in our bodies is nerve interference. Through misalignments of the spine, preventing communication between the brain and all parts of the body. These misalignments also cause mobility restrictions and slows down body responses. Chiropractic works by removing the misalignments, nerve interference, restoring mobility, and the communication the body needs for good health and healing, peak performance, and function. The chiropractic adjustment removes the misalignments of the spine that, going untreated, causes unnecessary years of wear and tear on your musculoskeletal system and structure. Just like the misalignment of the tires on your vehicle causes unnecessary wear and tear. So you keep them aligned properly to get the most mileage out of them. We treat a lot of children and babies in our office, and I think by now you can see why. We need to prevent these future health problems before there is permanent damage. So, this is how it works. The brain communicates to the rest of the body and organs as to how to heal itself. It does so through the central nervous system. As an example, did you ever wonder how the body knows what to do when you cut yourself? How does it stop the bleeding? How does the skin grow back together and not even leave a mark once it is healed most of the time? You can't even see where it was most of the time. The brain tells the body what to do and it does it as long as there is no nerve interference. Why do we get this nerve interference? We all have lots of activities during the day that together creates nerve interference, such as falls, jerks, turns, and spins, all kinds of things which can cause a breakup in our nerve communication line. The line gets pinched and then our healing calls are dropped. This is unacceptable. We must keep good communication with all the parts. So, as you can see, life itself and all of our activities cause misalignments and nerve interference, which restrict our mobility and health and healing. The real problem is that most people have left these conditions untreated their entire lives. They wait for pain or permanent damage before doing something about it. So today, you see a population of people in pain, and they have severe limited mobility after 50 years of age. What is the solution to this number one health problem? Chiropractic removes the misalignments and nerve interference, allowing freedom of mobility, quick body responses, and good health and healing communication to all parts of the body. Let it be known, chiropractic is your foundation for wellness. A lifetime of chiropractic wellness is where we change the mobility scale. That is what you want, isn't it? Even as I am speaking here before you this very moment, I can hear it. I can hear the thoughts running through your mind. You say, I knew it. I had heard before that the chiropractic doctor will want you to come back for the rest of your life. Well, before you decide that is a bad thing, let me ask you a serious question. Does it make sense that you could have your nerve interference removed only once and then that is good for life? Does anything actually work like that? For example, can you wash your vehicle and it just stays that way? Can you take a shower and stay clean for the rest of your life and never go back to the shower? Can you clean your home and it just stays clean? So check this out. If I spend 6 months going to the gym and getting in shape, once I have built up those muscles, according to that logic of one and done, my muscles would just stay that way. I am done for life. Once I am in great shape, it requires no maintenance, no work. I never have to go back to the gym again. Well, I wish it worked that way, but it does not. And neither does my health and wellness. It is obvious. I am never done. Of course, I have to keep coming back. My health requires maintenance. And for the most effective result possible, I choose consistent chiropractic care. If you don't maintain your body and skeletal system, life will take a much higher toll. Age can be cruel. You need to do everything you can to prevent the loss and deterioration of your health and body. Do not wait till you have already lost it. You can lose your ability to enjoy the activities of life due to a lack of prevention and care over a period of years. Just look around. The television and internet is full of ads for walk-in bathtubs, chairlifts, for the stairs, and motorized wheelchairs. Is that where you want to spend literally 40 years of your life because of a lack of maintenance and prevention? Not me. I not only want good health and healing for myself, but I want it for my children and grandchildren. In fact, I want all of us to live well the whole time we are alive. So, yes, I want to keep coming back. And that is exactly why I do keep coming back. Consistent chiropractic care is what works for natural wellness so that we can live long and finish strong. Obviously, you and your fabulous family need to come in and be evaluated for a simple, easy, and healthy plan toward preventing a life of immobility and pain. The good news is we can do something this important for you and your family at almost no cost and very little time. Most importantly, you should know that this is not something that I feel you should do for your wellness. This is something that I know you should do for your wellness because it is something that we all should do. I'm a proud patient as well, and so are my family, friends, and loved ones. Let's take a look into my past. I served on the Memphis Police Department for many years. Back in 2009, I was on patrol in a high crime area of Orange Mound when I inadvertently flipped and totaled my squad car while trying to stop a guy in a suspected stolen car. My squad car flipped several times before finally landing upright and catching on fire, as you can see on the photos at the bottom of your screen. Now, I was blessed to exit the squad car without incapacitating injuries or death, as I stand before you today with life still in my breath. However, apart from a few scars and lacerations, I did sustain severe lower back and tailbone pain. After a short hospital stay, the city sent me to physical therapy and an orthopedic surgeon who prescribed me 800 milligrams of ibuprofen every 4 to 6 hours daily for my pain management and constant inflammation. Finally, fast forward one day in 2017, my former police lieutenant Robert Brown came to me and said, "Cowboy Coleman, I'm tired of seeing you with your back hurting all the time. You need to go see my chiropractor so he can get you straight." Needless to say, I had been told years prior by one of my physical therapists to seek assistance from a chiropractor, but I procrastinated in doing so. So finally, in 2017, I took my lieutenant's advice and I went to see his chiropractor, the late great Dr. Michael Holloman, at the Regional Pain Center in Bartlett, Tennessee. Upon receiving his chiropractic adjustments, it was the first time in years that I had experienced pain relief for more than a few hours. However, I was still advised to take the 800 milligrams of ibuprofen every 4 to 6 hours for my recurring pain and inflammation. Triumphantly, in early 2019, I began immensely training for the Guinness World Record title of the most thumb push-ups in 1 minute record. Unfortunately, I severely injured both thumb joints and both wrists during training. In April of 2019, in the presence of News Channel 3, friends, and family, I attempted to break the Guinness World Record for the most thumb push-ups in 1 minute, but to no avail. I failed. My thumbs were in so much pain that I could no longer perform a single push-up upon them. They were both highly inflamed and discolored. I returned to Dr. Holloman after several months had lapsed since my last chiropractic adjustment, and he advised me that I should have been more consistent with my chiropractic care before beginning such a rigorous fitness feat. Once again, Dr. Holloman began chiropractically adjusting my thumbs and wrists in addition to my spine. On my road to recovery, I received approximately 2 to 3 chiropractic adjustments per week at the Regional Pain Center. Miraculously, on Tuesday, August 13th, 2019, at the Regional Pain Center Chiropractic Clinic, I successfully became the first American to ever break the most thumb push-ups in 1 minute world record for Guinness by performing 51 thumb push-ups in 1 minute. And that is no other portion of your hands may come into contact with the ground other than your thumbs. At the top center of your screen, you can see photos of the late great Dr. Michael Holloman and myself, Isaac D. Coleman, holding the Guinness World Record title of certificate, the official, for the most thumb push-ups in 1 minute. Now, there is no doubt that my thumbs were feeling better and healing better, all thanks to chiropractic care, Dr. Holloman of the Regional Pain Center. However, my back pain would still go and come too much for my liking. Be that as it may, in February 2020, I was blessed to meet Dr. Fredericks at Perfect Chiropractic, who was sincerely concerned about my spinal integrity and overall well-being. Dr. Fredericks performed a very thorough consultation, examination, and took several x-ray images of my torso. Dr. Fredericks then advised, Mr. Coleman, you know that you are destroying your liver and kidneys taking so much ibuprofen every day, right? I responded, yes, sir. Don't forget, I have taken all the medical schooling, required biology and chemistry courses as well. But, sir, it is the only thing to give me a little bit of relief. Moreover, Dr. Fredericks' thorough exam revealed that I also had a severe curvature in my neck, which is your cervical spine. Dr. Fredericks advised me competently and confidently that he would be able to correct my neck, my back, get me out of my daily back brace, and ease me off my pain medicine. Albeit, I was skeptical because I had not been able to get completely pain-free anywhere else. Well, within a few weeks of consistent chiropractic adjustments, I no longer needed to wear my back brace underneath my clothing every day. And I noticed that I was only taking an 800 milligram ibuprofen once per day as opposed to 4 times per day. Next, I noticed that my back pain would go away for multiple days in a row. So I would only take an 800 milligram of ibuprofen every other day or so. Then eventually, only once or twice per week is needed. But finally, in June 2020, was the last time I took pain medicine of any kind for my constant severe back pain because I was finally pain free. Thanks to Perfect Chiropractics, Dr. Alan Fredericks, and Dr. Ying Wong, and their careful, consistent chiropractic care for me. Perfect Chiropractic allowed me to heal better and feel better by allowing my own God given body to heal itself naturally. I was in awe, so much so that I have been advocating for Perfect Chiropractic ever since. In fact, my mother had been suffering from a debilitating right shoulder injury, where she could not lift her right arm at all without excruciating pain for more than a year. So I briefed my mother, darling dear, and advised her to no longer have any fear. She knew how bad my back pain hurt me for years. Therefore, I informed her of my remarkable recovery, all thanks to Perfect Chiropractic. Initially, she was skeptical, just as I was in the beginning, because we had both been to many other doctors previously, but to no avail. My mother finally said, "If Dr. Fredericks can get your back well, son, then I am sure that he can get my old shoulder well." In late 2022, correction, in late 2020, I finally brought my mother to Perfect Chiropractic to receive her thorough consultation, examination, and x-ray imaging. After only about a week or so of consistent chiropractic adjustments, during one of my mother's appointments, Dr. Fredericks was re-examining her and asked her to raise her right arm, of which, to her amazement, she was able to lift her right arm at the shoulder all the way over her head. A basic physical feat of which she stated that it had been well over a year since she was able to perform such a task. Everyone in the clinic began applauding as my sweet, sensitive mother broke out in tears of joy and gave thanks to God and Dr. Fredericks, as well as the entire Perfect Chiropractic team, to include her son, of course. As you can see clearly, we chiropractically practice what we philanthropically preach as well as teach. We always have our appointment book schedule ready with available times for you and your fine family. As I stated, we want to put your health and their health and future above all else. So, to show you just how serious we are about this secret to living a long, strong, healthy life, we will allow you and your family to have the complete first day services, which includes a thorough exam and x rays if necessary, for a total cost of only $40. That is nothing for something this impactful and important to your health and future. Not only that, we shall donate that entire $40 exam fee to a local charity or nonprofit. That is our philanthropic decree. This allows you and your family to get started and see for yourself how much it can mean to your health without cost being an issue. But in order to take advantage of this momentous opportunity, you have to schedule your appointment with us in the next 72 hours from the time of watching this video presentation. If you would like to schedule a family member or friend or colleague as well, then please take this time to collaborate their schedules for attendance of an appointment as well. By all means, share this video and this video link with family, friends, loved ones, colleagues, and associates of any kind. I know that you have enjoyed and, most importantly, plan on doing everything you need to do to live well for life. Thank you for your precious time and thanks for watching. Once again, I am Isaac D. Coleman, the practice representative for Perfect Chiropractic. Call me now to schedule your appointment at 901 649 0680. Once again, that is 901 649 0680. Or use the email address on your screen so that you can live a longer, stronger, healthier life. Thanks for watching.